Hello and welcome back to chapter 5, lecture number 14. We continue with the building, the medieval building, and focusing on the roof part, the front of the roof, yes. So let's take a look what we have. We have this window, and I had a plan to use this frame over there to put on top, but we're removing the hatches and putting the whole thing right there and make it a bit smaller. So that's the idea. And then we have these ornaments we created in chapter 4 in combination with a nice roof ceiling. So nice work. And oh, I can't wait to start with this. So let's go for this frame and we select the small ceiling and the vertical bar and press Shift D and moving it right there. So I don't want to merge it and we're in object mode. So what we do is right mouse button, we select it and we're doing some scaling by hand. And that's this way we keep the right scaling. And I mean, it's not that hard doing the scaling work. Well, let's go for even. Oh, no. What's this? That's the roof part. Okay, this bar, scale this as well. And this horizontal bar, I mean, you can put this, we can make it smaller. I think it's really thick right now. Yes, it's good. It's going to be very small windows. And I like to have one on top of the window. But first we drag it to the front. You can see our X, we need to rotate it a little bit to scaling down. Rebooting Blender a lot because I'm preparing this course, but this screencast is one of the painful mistakes. Turn it, you have to keep it, turn it on. Problematic. So it's not in the middle, and Shift D and putting it right there. There's nothing as beautiful as a nice looking roof ornament. Small bevel wasn't there by default. Of course it's not there by default. And Alt Control B right there. Looks really good, right? I can't say that about the work we're creating, but still, it's good. So I want to make a new duplication of the window. Control L, Shift D, putting it right there. P, selection, right mouse button, spacebar, set origin, origin to geometry, and we drag this so it looks nice. And we drag it again and move this. Yes. All right. Let's take a quick preview. Yeah, well, the problem with this is when you make this smaller in the way we do right now, it's really shrinking and it's almost feels wrong. So there is a solution to fix this, and that's removing the outer frame, X vertices, even this row. And what we have right now is this. So we go to the UV image editor, still opened, medieval window, and we scale this. GY. And we use this one and that you have a sort of a border, and the left and right as well. Yes, and now we can size it as X. Okay, so you don't have this nice looking border around it, but at least it fits better with the building design. So it's like you need to choose something. It's hard to choose. Let's scale this. Okay, duplicate it to the right. Look at that. That's a nice challenge. Putting it right there and scale this. Sorry. And scale it. And quick check. Shift D and move them upwards. And I mean, these are just a little bit smaller. I mean, this will improve your medieval looks a lot, if it's not the same. Oh, look at that. That's a window frame. And I think the sample, yeah, it's an outer border. So that's something you can choose of, what you prefer. So to choose only this, you want it inside or outside. The thing with outside is you're ignoring this bevel right there. So let's stick this inside. It's for creating extra depth in for your model. What I want to do with this is SX, make it more ornamental. And I want this ornament right there. Well, we created a new design, Shift D. Don't want to have it mirrored and putting it right there. Just need to move this a little bit and put this out there. I mean, that was a great thing in the medieval times. They made beautiful ornaments everywhere. I mean, buildings had so much more detail than we have nowadays. I really dislike the modern building designs. And people call me like I'm a sort of historical freak, but for real, it's unbelievable ugly architecture nowadays. Nice bevel effect. I mean, yes, we can do that. There is no bevel at all. Let's remove these edge loops and Control B, add a new one. Feels way more smooth. Material. Yeah. Okay. It's loading. But it's merging very well in this building. And if you look at the sample, it's like you have this bluish, well, it's not really blue, it's dark gray wood, and then brown. And that's not really matching. And it was great for 2 years ago, but nowadays you want something more in detail. Right, so we have this top window, and I want to do one more thing. Switching to the second layer, and we go to File, Append, Window Roof Ornament, Append, and there it is. And we duplicate this M1. There we go. So it's not in line with the building. So let's take a look what we can do to align this. If we press SX, it's scaling wrong. SZ feels better. So because it's a mirror, everything we do is repeating. So we need to find a way to keep the looks. And now go for apply, and now you can scale this as Z. Yes. And in this design, it's stopping on top where it is, so we should make this a bit smaller. Because I want to not make a complete different building. Stay close and improve it where we can. Okay, something like this, and there is some depth inside it. So that's the great thing of a library file. I mean, you have it, you don't need to make it again. So do it the first time you create it, do it good, and you will have a lot of pleasure afterwards. So go to the material and take a look what we have. Oh, look at that. Looked really cool. We may blend it with something else, but this was it's like you won't see plank. So if we blend this with our plank 7, will look weird. So we'll leave it for now, and in the next lecture we will create this ceiling right there. So yeah, a lot of things to do, but look at that. Advanced medieval building is getting gorgeous. Yes, it is. It's looking good. All right, so see you in the next lecture, and bye bye.